welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be just giving you 5 of my favorite reads from last year, which is 2022. All right. Just to give you a little background, last year I read 131 books. A lot of those reads I would say would straddle between 4 and 5-star read. It's books that I definitely want to recommend. They are books that left a serious mark or impression on me. So instead of me doing one big video and just pelting all these books at you guys, I thought it best to do them in small little pockets throughout the year, giving you all some of my favorite reads of last year, but 5 by 5 by 5 by 5. So without further ado, after rambling like that, let me jump right into it. Okay, this is in no particular order, guys. I'm just calling out the books them and basically telling you guys what rating I gave it, and just a little brief synopsis about the book. The first book I have here is Till We Have Faces by C.S. Lewis. Now this book is a rework from the classical myth of Cupid and Psyche. My boy C.S. Lewis just he did a fantastic job in this book. We have the tale of two mortal sisters, one ugly, one beautiful, and how their lives, how the tragedy of their lives, so to speak, how it unfolded. C.S. Lewis, again, he did such a wonderful job in this book. I gave this book 5 stars. I know this is another book that I will be rereading in years to come because it was so good. I highly recommend it to you guys. It was a quick read. So for those who probably thinking you don't have time for 500 or 600, this was just about 313 pages, and if you're getting it in the audiobook, I think you could even run through it a little faster. So definitely I highly recommend this book. It was fantastic, beautiful writing, wonderful retelling, and here, pick it up. Okay, the next book that was another favorite to me was The Kite Runner by Khaled Hossein. Guys, unless you're living under a tree, everybody and the brother knows what The Kite Runner is about. I don't think it needs any introduction. This was another 5-star read for me. I mean, it surprised me how long it took me to pick up this book, because the first book I read from this particular author was I think it was 1,000 Splendid Suns, way back in maybe 2017 or something like that. And usually when I start a new author, I usually just kind of inhale all their books. I was going to do that with him, and for some reason life and other books got in the way. So fast forward to last year, I end up picking up finally The Kite Runner, and of course totally this book broke me. It broke me in so many places. There is nothing else I could say about this book other than read it. I will not be disappointed. I don't think with this author I have ever been disappointed, because I have read his next novel, which is And the Mountains Echoed, and again another this one was a 4-star read for me. Absolutely loved it. The next book that was a favorite for me last year was The Justice of Kings by Richard Swan. All right, I think it's next month the sequel to that is coming out, and guys, that book, it hit different. All right, it just hit differently. All right, The book basically I think it's a first that was a first installment. It's supposed to be a trilogy, and I'm just reading from what the summary has here on the Goodreads for you guys, what the book was about. The Justice of King, the first in a new epic fantasy trilogy, follows the tale of Sir Coran von Val, an Emperor's Justice, a detective, judge, and executioner, all in one. As he unravels a web of secrets and lies, Von Hall discovers a plot that might destroy his order once and for all and bring down the entire empire. As an Emperor's justice, Sir Conrad von Val always has the last word. His duty is to uphold the law of the empire using whatever tools he has at his disposal, whether it's his blade, the arcane secrets passed down from justice to justice, or his wealth of knowledge of the laws of the empire. But usually his reputation is one of the most revered and hated justices is enough to get most any job done. When Von Val investigates the murder of a noblewoman, he finds his authority being challenged like never before. As the simple case becomes more complex and convoluted, he begins to pull at the threads that unravel a conspiracy that could see an end to all justices and a beginning to lawless chaos across the empire. Guys, this book was fast-paced. It was, I mean, this is how fantasy ought to be done. All right, Richard Swan did a fantastic job in this book. I was just flipping pages because it was so good. Ending up of this month, I want to reread this book before I pick up The Tyranny of Fate, which is the second book in this trilogy that's coming out next month. I just want to refresh my memory a bit about it. But in the genre of fantasy, yeah, definitely I highly recommend this book for you guys to pick up. All right. Okay, the next book that was another fave for me for this year was The Master and Margarita. Now last year I was introduced to some translated words specifically by Russian literature. All right. This particular author, which is Mikhail Bulgakov, which is this author here. This beautiful book here. Absolutely love this book, guys. No Siri. Yeah, I absolutely love this book, guys. 5-star read. I need to reread this book because I know there are so many. When a book is a 5-star read for me, and it's a favorite for me, and you hear me raving about it, I can guarantee you these books that on my first reading, I have not grasped everything that I need to grasp in this book. This book, basically, we have the devil and his cohorts coming to Moscow. All right. And, devil and his entourage landing in Moscow. Come on, guys. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be crazy. It's just going to have you, seriously flipping pages and just wanting to find out what happens next. This book gave me all that and more. The only negative thing I have to say about this book is that it ended, so definitely I would highly recommend this book. And if you guys got the chance, I would, strongly suggest that you pick it up. And the last recommendation I have, staying on, the side of Russia, in Russian literature, I closed off the year starting and finishing War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. Guys, I discovered, like I told you guys, Russian literature late last year, and I was just like inhaling the works of, from Dostoevsky, Gokul, Tolstoy, this dude that I barely could pronounce his name, and forgive me if I'm, you know, butchering names, but I'm not good at calling people names. But yes, War and Peace. Oh my gosh, we have it. Yeah, I annotated and labeled the frazzle out of this book. This book was, you know, the crowning glory closing off my year. I felt, you know, oddly satisfied of one accomplishing, you know, this was over this was 1,386 pages, guys. Yeah, a real chunker, you know. But besides from the chunkiness, this story was so satisfying. Yes, I mean, the characters were countless. The storyline span across a very wide time frame, and sometimes, yes, it was hard, you know, trying to remember who's who. But I mean, Tolstoy has this way of, he makes what seems to be impossible possible. All right, how he ties all these supposing how to put it, unrelated or insignificant storylines, how everything end up at the ending tying up so nicely together. You see how everything fits in with each other. That, to me, even though, you know, some people might say, you know, he talks too much, or, you know, some of the things inside here was pointless, I saw nothing that Tolstoy put in this book was pointless. It was needed. Everything that was written to flesh out, one, the particular character or individual that he was dealing with at that point in time, and then two, how it totally, you know, how it winds back and helps illuminate the overarching storyline. Guys, if there is one book I would recommend in your lifetime you try to read, One Piece is it. This book has earned the one, you know, the place of one of my favorite books of all time. This is not a book to be rushed and read. I would, you know, suggest, you know, 10-15 pages a day, but as much as you all can, guys, I would suggest that, you know, pick up this book and give it a try. All right, that's it, guys. That's my 5 favorite reads for 2022 gone. Like I said, as the year goes along, I will, you know, do ever so often, I'll do videos like this recommending, you know, past reads, past favorite reads of mine. And until we meet again, guys, as usual, be safe and God bless. Bye.